students, a very good morning to one and all. Welcome to the next lecture of Theory Online Class Series of subject Novel Drug Delivery System. I am Mrs. Aarti Majumdar, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmaceutics, Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Education, Indore. Dear students, in the previous classes, we have studied about the introduction and the basic concept of controlled drug delivery system. We have discussed about the various limitations associated with the conventional drug delivery system and the reasons for the great interest in the development of the controlled drug delivery system, along with the advantages and disadvantages of the controlled drug delivery system. In the previous lecture, we have also covered various factors influencing the design and performance of controlled drug delivery system and the criteria which are to be considered before selecting a drug candidate for formulation of controlled drug delivery system. We were discussing about the various approaches used for the formulation of controlled drug delivery system. In that, so far, we have already discussed about diffusion-based approaches, both matrix types and reservoir types. We have also discussed about dissolution-based approaches, matrix type and reservoir type. Also, the approaches in which both the principles are involved, diffusion and dissolution. Now, in today's session, we are going to discuss about water controlled system. This is another approach for the formulation of controlled drug delivery system. Dear student, water control approaches include osmotic regulated systems and swelling type of system. Now, today we are going to discuss about osmotically regulated system. These systems, as the name indicates, they utilizes the principle of osmotic pressure to deliver the drug incorporated within at a constant zero order rate. Basically, these types of osmotic systems, they are also called as osmotic pumps. They are administered in the body through oral administration, or they may also be implanted in the body. In general, these systems are composed of 4 components. First, the most important component is the semi-permeable membrane, which is rigid casing semi-permeable membrane, which surrounds the drug as well as osmogen core. For example, cellulose acetate. This membrane of cellulose acetate is permeable to water but impermeable to ionic substances like sodium chloride, even dextrose and other heavy high molecular weight compounds such as drugs. Next component of the osmotic pump is drug, which is to be administered. Then the third main component is osmogen. Osmogen are the substances which are having high aqueous solubility such as sodium chloride, dextrose, mannitol, potassium chloride. These are the substances which when come in contact with water, they imbibe water into the system. And because of this imbibition of water, because of this entrance of water into the system, into the pump, it actually creates a pressure which is called as osmotic pressure, which is the major factor responsible for the driving out of the drug, for the delivery of the drug out of the system. Now, the fourth most important part of these system is a delivery port. Delivery port is actually the point from where the drug is going to come out from the osmotic pump. This delivery port can be laser drilled of size range 0.3 to 1 millimeter. Sometimes they are also mechanically built. In some cases of osmotically controlled delivery system, this delivery port is not present. Actually, in those systems, the outer semipermeable membrane, it is made up along with the membrane. There it is composed of some pore-forming agents, which are highly soluble substances, which when come in contact with the fluid, they immediately dissolve, creating the porosity in the membrane, which act as a delivery port. So in those type of system, they contain more than single delivery port. Now, coming to the system. This is Alzec mini osmotic pump. This is the pump which actually is implanted into the body. For the oral delivery, we will discuss later. Alimentary osmotic pump we are going to discuss, and push and pull osmotic pump. But this is Alzec mini osmotic pump. It is an implantable device. It is composed of the outer covering of semi-permeable membrane. The second layer is made up of osmogenic agent. Osmogenic agents like sodium chloride, dextrose, these are those agents which are having high aqueous solubility. And inside this osmotic agent layer, here it is present a drug reservoir. You can see drug reservoir. This is the delivery port. When such type of device is implanted in the body and it comes in contact with the body fluid, the fluid permeates inside this device through the semi-permeable membrane. Second layer is the osmotic agent. This osmotic agent imbibe more water inside and then creates an osmotic pressure. And this is because of the creation of osmotic pressure, this drug dissolved in water, maybe in solution form or maybe dispersed in fluid. So after this drug is going to deliver from this delivery port. Now, alimentary osmotic pump. Alimentary osmotic pump is the basic design of the most basic design. It is based on the most basic concept of osmotic pump, and it is meant for the oral delivery. Now, alimentary osmotic pump, it is simply just like a tablet in which drug and osmogen are compressed into a tablet and then coated with a semi-permeable membrane, semi-permeable membrane, and a delivery port is built with the help of laser drilling. Again, when it is taken, when it is orally administered, it reaches in the GIT and it comes in contact with the GIT fluid. As soon as it comes in contact with the GIT fluid, this fluid starts entering into this pump, inside this alimentary osmotic pump. And this drug present inside the tablet, and because of this osmogen, the fluid is imbibing inside the alimentary system and then creating osmotic pressure, which is driving this drug out of this delivery port. In another advanced type of, there are so many other, apart from these three, there are so many other designs of osmotic pumps are available. But we are just going to discuss about the basic devices using this concept. Now, in push and pull osmotic pump, these can be bilayer, just like bilayer tablet, or they can be trilayer. Now, in here, push and pull osmotic pump, see, this is before operation. Before operation, this is also, it is just like a tablet which contain two sections. In one section, osmotically active agent is incorporated. In the another section, in the upper section where the delivery port is there, it contains a drug reservoir. It contains drug. This is the drug reservoir. Now, when such systems are administered orally, they come in contact with the GI fluid. This osmotically active agents, or they are also called as osmogens, they imbibe water inside and creates a pressure. Here it is a movable, this is the movable section, and because of the increase in osmotic pressure inside this down section, this is the section which is there in downwards, it creates a pressure by the formula which is equals to A into, this is A is the area of semi-permeable membrane. Now it is permeability of the membrane. Delta pi indicates the change in osmotic pressure. Then C is the concentration of drug present in the device and L is the thickness of semi-permeable membrane. Okay students, now let's discuss about the factors which are affecting the drug delivery through these osmotic formulations. The most important factors that affect the drug delivery through the osmotic device is drug solubility, as the drug solubility is directly proportional to the rate of drug release. Drugs solubility, with the help of drug solubility, the dose of the drug and the size of the dosage form can be determined. Osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure, it is also a very important factor which determines the rate of drug delivery, as the rate of drug delivery is directly proportional to the osmotic pressure. As during the operation, when the concentration of osmogen decreases at the end of the delivery, the rate of release of drug from the delivery system sometimes decreases. Now, semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable membrane, its thickness, its porosity, these are also very important factors to me which affects the drug release. Drug delivery orifice. Delivery orifice should be in the range of 0.3 mm to 1 mm to result in a controlled release of the drug incorporated in the osmotic device. Now, hydration of the polymer. Hydration of the polymer is a very important step. First, before the start of the delivery, when the osmotic pump is administered orally or implanted, first the polymer gets hydrated, then only the drug release starts. Now, various advantages of the osmotic drug delivery system. The most important advantage of the drug delivery system is it provides the true zero order release. We have studied about the matrix system, which with the help of matrix system, zero order release was not, we are not getting zero order release, they are providing first order release. Or many other controlled drug delivery system, they are mimicking the zero order, but they are not giving zero order release. They are resulting in slow first order release. But in case of osmotic drug delivery, zero order release rate kinetics is obtained. Then next advantage is the drug release is independent of gastric pH or other physiological parameters such as gastric emptying, gastric motility, because as the device is administered, as soon as it reaches inside the body in the stomach, it comes in contact with the GI fluid or other body fluid. And whenever it comes in contact with the fluid, the operation starts. So it is independent of the effect of pH. Then the drug release obtained with the help of osmotic drug delivery system is predictable and reproducible. It gives uniform blood plasma drug concentration. Then, in case of other controlled drug delivery system, in vitro, in vivo correlation studies, the data is not up to date. But in case of osmotic drug delivery devices, we get improved in vitro, in vivo correlation data. That means the results obtained in laboratory are very near to the results which are obtained in case when this device is administered to any patient. Other advantage is that with the help of osmotic drug delivery system, it is possible to get delayed and site-specific release. So, dear students, in today's lecture we have studied about the basic concept of osmotically regulated system and the designs of basic osmotic pump. What are the various components of the basic osmotic pumps, and what are the various factors which are affecting the drug release through the osmotic drug delivery system, and also we have studied about the various advantages of these formulations. Now In the next lecture, we are going to discuss about chemically regulated system, controlled drug delivery system. Thank you.